I started working out seriously about 4 years ago. And it wasn't right when I started, but it was pretty soon after I started that I discovered the internet personality Zyzz, or Zyzz, or however you want to say it.
Zyzz is
Zyzz, it's Zyzz, right?
Zyzz.
It's fucking Zyzz, man.
So basically, Zyzz was a fitness personality who was very prominent around 2010. He became famous for making videos with dancing, a lot of shouting, a lot of pep talks, a lot of very bro-ish behavior. He might be one of the first real, skinny kid to musclehead transformations that really impacted people, I think. He did things that he enjoyed. He didn't apologize for it. He's synonymous for going to music festivals, the gym lifestyle, clean eating, counting calories, getting the low body fat, getting abs. But he did suffer a heart attack on vacation and die.
A well-known Sydney bodybuilder has died after collapsing in a sauna in Thailand.
It's caused an outpouring of grief online. Thousands will remember Zyzz as a young gym junkie who became an online hit.
In some ways, in death, he's become a legend. Some people would describe him as a god, the god of aesthetics, the god of looking shredded. There are other prominent fitness figures who have made the claim that they're the next Zyzz, or that they just look up to Zyzz.
And the whole thing about aesthetics is looking healthy, improving your longevity, staying functionally fit, training fucking hard, eating like a fucking beast.
Living the lifestyle, bro.
And living the fucking lifestyle.
Enjoying day by day.
Nigga still parties, he gets pussy, he has a good fucking time. Dude, that's what life's all about, bro. Fucking living life to the max, dude. No fucking regrets, bro. Remember that.
And eat steak.
And eat a lot of fucking meat.
But Zyzz, I discovered him a little bit after I started doing fitness. And as someone who was maybe 24 at the time, that was, an important part of me starting to get into that lifestyle. An image of alpha when you didn't start out as an alpha, when you weren't a high school jock, when you were kind of a nerdy kid. This idea that getting big muscles and getting shredded, being jacked, could transform you. Could make you a better individual than you once were. Could make you cooler. Could make you popular with women. Zyzz had a great strength of personality. A great strong idea of who he was. And for that reason, it's interesting to learn more about him, even in death. There's a very old, it's called something else now. I've never used it myself, but there's a social media outlet called, as far as the outlets that I found it's called Formspring. I know it goes by another name now. But Zyzz had an account on that, and from what I understand, it seems like it's very Tumblr-like. Like people ask you questions and stuff like that anonymously, and you can answer them. He was very good about responding to questions on Formspring. So there are people who have gone back and collected up his answers and made videos, made tribute videos that just feature his answers to people's questions. And if you look at them, there's a lot that you can learn about him that is very interesting. You find out that, he didn't fat shame, that he really looked up to, that he really respected anyone that was going for goals in the gym, even if it wasn't just to get jacked and shredded, even if it wasn't to be a sick cunt. You can also see that, he really liked kids. He was really positive about young people in the gym, probably because of where he started out, being kind of a weak kid. It really demonstrated his opinions on alcohol. He did not drink alcohol. He had problems with guys who cheated on women, or the idea of cheating on your girlfriend, being dishonest in your relationships, which is in a lot of ways kind of contrary to who you think he would be, that he was kind of a playboy and stuff like that. You also see that he outwardly expressed dissatisfaction with animal cruelty, with people who hurt animals. He definitely clearly liked animals. And I think you can legitimately ask, would Zyzz have been vegan? Would he have gone vegan if he was alive today? But there's other things that come out as well. You can see certain contradictions in his message. The biggest one that stands out to me is what he would be doing now. Because Zyzz now is 5 years older. He's about maybe 27, 26, 28. And while we know that he did take steroids to achieve the body that he had at the time of his death, he, in his Formspring account, answering people's question about gear and about using performance-enhancing drugs, he talks about how he doesn't believe in them, how he's natural. But then when he talks about what he sees himself being like when he's older, when he's in his 30s, there are times when he talks about how he wants to go into monster mode, which to me is the full Natty Bra way of saying that he would be on something. There are other times when he says that that once he's 30, he wants to be totally reformed, not even in this lifestyle in the same way. Just a regular 30-year-old guy who has a family and has kids. And that's interesting to think about, considering where the people that have carried on his legacy have taken this. Where the Zyzz name is gone, where the Generation name is gone, what it exists as today.
Guys, I'm Jackson O'Doherty, here with today's special guest, Chess Bro. What's going on, bro? How's it going, darling?
Excuse me, girls. Hey, I'm so sorry to start with you. I just noticed you from across the road and you look absolutely gorgeous. Are you single? I shall send you a nice little Instagram message.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, babe, I thought you were
I'm his girlfriend.
I thought you were still at work.
What are you doing? You told me last night you loved me. Are you trying to fuck my boyfriend?
Right now. I made $1,000 a year, you mad?
Now, Zyzz has a brother. His name is Seid. He goes by the internet handle Chessbra. He, in a lot of ways, has taken up the torch of Zyzz, living basically the same lifestyle, making the same kinds of videos with the same kind of messages Zyzz did, that life was about being shredded, trolling, partying, having fun, having a good time. But Chessbra is not Zyzz. Chessbra is not really the same person. Zyzz had a kind of charisma that you can't teach, that comes from natural confidence, a natural stability of one's own self-image. And Chessbra doesn't have that.
The bigger picture is respect. If you don't get respect from people, one way or another, if no one respects you, how are you supposed to respect yourself? And growing up as a kid, if you got no respect for yourself, you become depressed, you alienate yourself, you have no friends, you can't talk to girls, you don't go out, you don't do anything. You're a loser.
And that's not a knock against him. That does not make him a bad person. But it does make him different. Today the aesthetics flag is waved by many different prominent social media fitness figures. Jeff Seid is one of them. You see a lot of videos where Jeff Seid hangs out with Chessbra, which in a lot of ways makes sense, but in a lot of ways I wonder about. Now, something that I've had to come to terms with as I've gotten older, and as I've continued to go to the gym, is the reality that I'm not getting any younger. And the reality that Zyzz doesn't have to worry about getting older. One of the things that's compelling about Zyzz, it's interesting about him, is he is truly, in my opinion, the epitome of the idea that only the good die young. I used to think that that meant that somehow good people were unfortunate. I've come to change my mind on that. I think it's actually reflects something that's positive about dying young. That you don't see yourself deteriorate physically, mentally, and in character with the things that come in life. Whether that's not being successful in your career goals, relationships, whatever that may be. And in a lot of ways, Zyzz doesn't have to worry about that. Zyzz is forever 21. He is forever shredded. He is forever big.
The timing of his death was his genius. He died at the perfect time, at the peak of his aesthetics. Even though he was young, his death was full. Any chances of weakening and atrophy, and the entropic nature of deformation and decay he might have faced with aging are all avoided. Zyzz, the god of aesthetics, can never deteriorate or fall the way he stood on the apex of our minds. He is forever frozen in the pinnacle of beauty, sexual ecstasy, allurement, and youth.
21-year-olds can come every year and they can pick up Zyzz and they can say, oh, he's my idol. But I'm not 21 anymore. I just turned 29, actually. And something that I've had to deal with is there will come a point where, as a natural lifter, my progress will go stagnant and I will regress. And I'll have to live to see that. I've had to come to terms with the reality that fitness cannot be the center of my life. Not if I want to stay natural. There'll come a point where, in order to improve, I would have to use some kind of help, so to speak. And over the past year, I've come to the realization that, whereas one time getting to 7, 8%, 9% body fat was a big deal. You can look at some of my cosplay pictures and see where, the aesthetics movement really affected me. Where I really achieved something that was worth putting in a photograph, worth capturing. But I don't want to be someone who looks back on that condition and tries to emulate that at the age of 39. I am not Frank Zane. I will not be competing in the Olympia at age 38. There will come a point where I'll have to let the whole physique thing go. Seid Generation chest bra is going through that as well. But I don't know if he's being as reflective. Chest bra's in his 30s now. And up until recently, he's been making videos with characters like Seid. Guys who are much younger than he is. Guys who are still in their prime.
We're going in the club tonight. Mister, I'm out to fuck your bitch. Shit.
So aggressive.
Hey, BBC.
Mister, I'm out to fuck your bitch.
I'll fuck you up, bro. You don't understand. Bro. Let's make a bet.
Alright.
100 euros if I fucking whoever taps out first.
Alright, mate.
On me putting him to sleep in less than a minute.
I'll put you to sleep, you little bitch.
Now, I don't necessarily want to be a 30-plus-year-old man who needs, on some level, the admiration, who needs to relate to people who are in their lower 20s, who are so much younger than I am. I don't want to be 21 forever. Chesper and I can't be 21 forever. Only Zyzz can be 21 forever. I'll probably always work out. I'll probably always go to the gym. But in order to stay a natural lifter, I'll have to be okay with the fact that, at some point, I'll plateau and there'll be no break in it. That at some point, it won't be as easy to get to 7% body fat. That at some point, getting shredded and maintaining it will be so hard that it won't even be worth it anymore. Being a sick cunt will have less of a meaning. Other things will take its place.
My last competition was actually 2014 Olympia. I always felt that I never really gave it my full 100%. And I just never really dedicated my whole life to it, so I decided that it was a perfect time to finally dedicate my whole life to the competition and really give it my all, my 100%. So I decided that the best way to do that would be to take a break from social media, kind of get my head straight. I stopped, partying. I felt that it'd be good for me to get back to my roots and really dedicate my life to this, so all distractions were away, and I was really able to dedicate my whole life to this prep.
I respect Seid for making that decision. I think it's healthy for him. I wish him the best of luck. One of the things that's nice about the character Zyzz is because he's frozen in this state, and there's a lot of things that are up in the air about who he was. I can pick and choose a little bit his narrative. I don't want to believe in the Zyzz that would be on supplements at the age of 30. I choose to believe in the one that would have been a reformed old man, that would have accepted the reality of the human condition, that would accept the deterioration that comes with age. I choose to believe in the Zyzz who would have seen the plight of animals on a more deeper level as he aged and would have become vegan. So the only thing I'd say if Chess Bra was here, I would say, you know, think about that a little bit, man. Maybe you already have. Maybe that's why you haven't made YouTube videos in a while. If so, good for you. I'm right there with you, man.
Don't want to be